Hi everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping. The other day I showed you how I was going to organize my personal item for my luggage that I'm going to be carrying on the plane with me. So today I thought I would show you some of the things I'm going to be using to organize in my actual suitcase that I'm planning on carrying on. As I mentioned in my other video, I'm going to try to just take my personal item and one carry-on suitcase because I'm worried about luggage possibly getting lost before we get onto our cruise ship. So in order to avoid that, I'm going to try to pack in a very organized manner and fit everything into those two bags. So let's get started. On this left-hand side, I have an organizer I got at a dollar spot, and then this bag I got as part of a set. You saw some of the other ones. I got it as part of a set at TJ Maxx / Home Goods that we have nearby, as I did with this bag and this bag. And this one I think I got at a dollar type store also. So I will go through them one by one. I have them labeled the same way I did the other ones, with the labels I made myself that are attached to jump rings, and then with a lobster claw clasp I've attached them to the zipper pulls. That way when I take other trips where I may not need seasickness remedies, for instance, I can change out what I put in the bags. Now, my husband and I do not really get seasick, but I hear that sometimes if the seas are really rough, you might get seasick. So in this bag, let's see if I can do this one-handed, I have some Dramamine, I have some Imodium type medicine, and then I also bought these sea bands because I'm hoping this is what we will be able to just use. These are bands that you place on your wrists, and it's supposed to help with seasickness. So this will be our first thing we try if we do hit any rough seas before trying the Dramamine, and hopefully we won't need the Imodium type medicine. So that's specifically because we're going on a cruise. And this bag is specifically because we are going on a cruise also. I have it labeled cabin organization. And inside here, I have some super strong magnets, because my understanding is the walls are metal, so I'm planning on using these to hang things up. I also have a 3-outlet plug, and it has 3 outlets as well as 2 USB ports. So I'm hoping that will be enough to be able to charge everything that we need to in the cabin. And then over to the side, I have a small roll of duct tape. I actually bought this at a travel store before we took a trip to Europe, because I felt that, duct tape solves a myriad of problems. So that is also in my cabin organization bag. And then going over here, this bag is primarily dental care, although I probably should have labeled it personal care. I have in here my non-311 items, so my toothpaste is not in here, but I do have in here my toothbrush, I have some facial tissues, I have a mirror, I have my dental floss, I also have some nail clippers and a nail emery board type of file. So that's that. Some of those smaller items I may end up putting in my personal item carry-on if they do not fit into my suitcase along with all my clothes. But we shall see. Then this next bag, I have makeup and toiletries. These are all my non-311 items. So I don't take that much makeup. I really don't have very much makeup at all. I try to use just one makeup item at a time, so that I keep very organized. One thing I will show you, this came in a little kit I bought one time. It is a portable eyelash curler. So this back part flips out, and then, oops, again, hard to do this one-handed. The back part flips out, and when you push on it, it lifts up this part here, and so it can curl your eyelashes. I usually don't curl my eyelashes too much because they're fairly curly as they are, but since we have some formal nights and I may be wanting to look a little fancier, I do have that. So, I did want to mention, when I was at OTA, they did have some travel size items that I splurged on and got. So this is a NARS travel size blush. And then in my 311 bag, they happen to have a travel size of my foundation, and I found a travel size of some mascara. So I'm trying to be as compact as possible, so I got those. This last one is laundry and sewing. I always take a little kit like this. Sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. It just depends on where we're going. In here I have some powder. I have one of those foldable grocery bags I showed in my 100 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to use this as a laundry hamper. And then I have a portable laundry line. So if we have anything wet that needs to dry out, we are taking a rainforest hike, so we may have some clothes that need to hang up. Don't know if there'll be a line in the cabin. So this is rubbery. And then it has these suction cups on it, so you can hang it up on like a shower ball. So I'm going to take that. Then this is a little sewing kit. And it even has a pair of scissors. I've had this for many years. I don't even remember where I got it. So I really can't say, but it has needles, buttons, snaps, thread, and then the little scissors. And then I have a lint roller, travel size. You can get these at Target in their travel section. And then I do have a couple other items. I have some to-go toilet seat covers. I like to take those when I travel in case I come across some place that doesn't have any. And I also have some dry laundry sheets. I like to get these rather than something like a Tide Pod, because the Tide Pod has liquid in it, and technically you're supposed to put that in your 311 bag. So these are dry, and I did get these at a travel store, I believe. You can order them online, but these are good for hand washing things in the sink. You probably could use them in a washing machine too, if you were in a pinch. And then I have a bag of safety pins, just in case something starts to fall apart. You never know what you might need. So that's my laundry and sewing. And then here's a couple other items that I'm planning on using in my packing. This is a set of packing cubes I got off of Amazon. I have tan ones. My husband has navy ones. We have never used these before, but I've been seeing a lot of people use them for packing when they want to pack very compactly. And my understanding is once you roll everything up and put it in here, it helps compress the clothing. So when I actually start packing my suitcase, I will show you how I use these and how much I am able to fit into my suitcase. And then this is my 311 bag. I have a lot of things in here that aren't just mine. I have some wrinkle releaser. I have some static guard. I have, this is some Lysol spray deodorizer. I want to go around and spray out everything in the cabin when we get there. And then I have some hand sanitizer. Here's the travel mascara I talked about. You can see it's a lot shorter than a normal one. And then one thing I'm going to show you here, I took an old contact lens case, and I have some moisturizer I put on at night that's got hyaluronic acid in it. And then I also have some makeup primer. I didn't want to have to take the big containers of those, so I took an old contact lens case and I just wrote on it with Sharpie what I was putting in there. And so that's one way to take things if you don't need a huge container of them. I have some other things in here too, and I still need to put in a couple more. I may see how big or how full my husband's bag is, and then give him a few of these other items to stick in his, because as you can see, mine's pretty full. And then I found out recently you can have a separate bag for your contact lenses and contact lens solution, so I will be having a separate bag for that as well. So that's the end of my video. And as I said, once I start packing the actual suitcase, I will show you how I fit my clothes in there, in with the packing cubes and all these other items, and whether I need to put any of them into my personal item that I'm carrying on. Thanks for tuning in today, If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. I post videos at least every Tuesday and Thursday, and often more frequently than that, on how to creatively manage and decorate your home. Thanks again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.